All right, how many of y'all fall asleep instead of going to bed? I'm guilty. Many of us are guilty of it. There's a difference. Like, there is a real difference between actually preparing for bed. Like, literally saying, I'm going to set my intention for my nighttime routine, whether that is, your shower, your bath, your favorite pajamas, the music you're listening to, what you're watching, because y'all, what we put in our eye gates and our ear gates before we go to bed, all of that matters. And the reason it matters is because what we feed our minds when we get ready to go to bed, y'all, that's exactly what is going to inform what that night is like, what that morning is like. Like, we literally are preparing the night for the next day. And so, one of the things that Holly, if you hear me, has introduced is bedtime stories. So if you go under playlists on Holly, if you hear me, or even under the videos, you'll see that I've released a couple of bedtime stories. It is declarations, it's decrees. Some of it is some of the words that I have shared that is set to music that's soothing, that is going to be the exact type of somatic experience that you want when you go to bed at night. So, bedtime stories on Holly, if you hear me, is something that's new, but it's because I want us to set our intention. Like, our day is important, right? So it's not just about, getting up and preparing for your day, but the way that you prepare for bed, that also informs the way that you're preparing for your actual day. There's a difference between falling asleep and going to bed. Like, you literally should be preparing for those things. And so the bedtime story release through Holly, if you hear me, is a way to make sure that the things that you're putting in your eye gates and your ear gates are the things that are going to help you have an actual restful night, right? The things that you might even dream about. Think about that. Like, if you have dreams and there's certain types of dreams that you find yourself having over and over again, well, ask yourself, what was the last thing I did before I went to sleep? I've even heard some people say, "What did you eat before you go to sleep?" I mean, maybe that all matters too, right? But I really do believe that the things that we feed our mind before we go to bed, whether it's the scrolling, y'all, like, how many times do people doom scroll in the bed on their so many people do the doom scroll in the bed on the phone before they go to bed at night, right? Y'all, so why do you think you may be having these odd and bizarre dreams that you just cannot make sense of, right? I mean, we really do have to prepare our minds in a different way. And so, even if it is starting with music, y'all, instrumentals, and I don't just mean like play it and then go to bed, let that play all throughout the night. You got to know, just like the way that you are setting a temperature in your house, right? And so that is regulating the way that you're going to sleep, whether you're cold, whether you're warm, what your comfort level is. How many of y'all like to have the ceiling fan on? That music, that actually matters. That is going to actually inform the things that are happening in your brain, in your mind. So, y'all, bedtime stories was released as a way for me to be able to help y'all with that, right? We talk about dreamers on this YouTube channel. And there is a way in which you prepare yourself for your nighttime routine, right? And the way that you can do that is by listening to Holly, if you hear me, bedtime stories, y'all. So there's going to be a lot more coming. Again, there's going to be declarations and decrees, things that you can listen to that's going to help you to make sure that you are keeping the things out of your mind, right? That may be causing you anxiousness, that may be causing you anxiety, that may be causing you an inability to settle yourself at night to go to bed. But then there's also those things, y'all, like, what was the last thing that you watched that's still in your mind? And then you wondering why you're having dreams about it. So it's about setting the intention, clearing, y'all, clearing it out so that the things that you can get imparted are the healthy things that you need. Maybe there's prayers that you've been having, right? Like, I've been praying on getting some answers and instructions or a plan or knowing the process or knowing how the Lord is working in my life or knowing how things are supposed to work out or what direction to go in. But you got so much noise because you're not going to bed, right? You're not preparing for bed. You've fallen asleep. Y'all, that's like waking up in the morning and just stumbling out the door. No preparation, no plan, not getting ready. That's not going to work. And the same thing goes for when you're going to bed at night. It's a preparation, it's a process, it's intentional. And I want to be part of that process for you. So I do encourage you to click on the playlist section underneath Holly if you hear me. And if you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Holly if you hear me. But I'm going to be continuously releasing more of the information that's going to help you with your bedtime routine to help you keep your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your being in the right frame of mind so that you can receive the impartation as you sleep at night. Hey, everybody, I'm so glad that you're joining. And I'm just reminding you that Bedtime Stories was released by Holly, if you hear me. And I hope that you all can check it out. There'll be a lot more coming, a lot more released, even a 7-day sanctuary. And that's going to be an amazing 7-day experience where every day you're going to be able to hear decrees and declarations and some action, like actionable items, y'all, that's going to help you. So at the end of that 7 days, you're going to feel empowered, you're going to feel strengthened, and you're actually going to feel like you are on the right track to execute all of those things within your goals and visions that you might have been stuck on, y'all. So I got you, and God got you. Love you. Have an amazing rest of your day.